Hey, what's up, legends? Michael here, and in this video, I'm going to go through 5 things you didn't know about your metabolism. Now, throughout this video, I'm going to go through a handful of things, not only by debunking some myths that you might think of when it comes to your metabolism, answer some key questions like how it changes over age, and also what it's really made out of. So make sure to watch till the end and like and subscribe for more. Now, as always, if you don't know who I am, my name is Michael Avila and I'm a weight loss coach. And I help men lose weight and build generational health. So if you're a guy who's looking to lose weight and you want to do it permanently and sustainably so that not only can you be at your best, be at your healthiest, but really lead by example and make that health change for your family, then make sure to like and subscribe for more. And as always, I put out videos every Wednesday and Sunday at 12 p.m. So stay tuned. All right, so with that, let's jump right into it. Now, as always, we want to start off with define what metabolism is. And simply put, it's the chemical processes that happen throughout your body in order to maintain your life. And that includes taking the food that you intake and changing it into energy. All right. Now, when we talk about your rate of metabolism, it's how quickly that process happens. All right. So, very first one is that there are no foods that actually increase your metabolism. So, I want to start off by breaking down this myth because you see so many health and fitness people put out there, or even doctors share how eat these foods, eat this and that, and it's going to help improve your metabolism. It's going to boost it. It's going to increase the rate. And again, unfortunately, that's very false. All right, there's no specific foods, whether it's having things like adding turmeric to your meals, or having specific fruits, or having more certain kinds of meat. Like, that's not going to change anything. Again, when it comes to your metabolism, when it comes to metabolism and fat loss is all going to be dictated by being in a caloric deficit. All right. So again, when we talk about your metabolism, there's nothing that's really going to boost it, or eating certain things is not going to boost it. All right. What's really going to improve your metabolism is something I'm going to go on later on in the video. So again, make sure to watch all the way through because it'll help really break through what's really been missing and why you feel so much older than what you actually are, or why things feel like they're slowing down. All right, so number 2 is that your metabolism is made up of 4 things, all right, or 4 different parts. First is your BMR, all right, it's your basal metabolic rate. And usually with that, you'll get a certain amount of calories. And simply put, that's the amount of calories that it would take for you to just stay alive if you weren't going to do anything, all right? Next is your NEAT. This is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So this is really the calories that you burn with your lifestyle, whether you're standing, sitting, a lot of twitching, walking, etc. That's why changing your lifestyle and making it more active will really help your metabolism. All right. Next is your thermic effect of food. All right. So if you didn't know, you actually burn calories from eating certain things. Like, for example, protein. You burn more calories, or when your body turns protein into energy, that takes up more calories than, for example, fats. And then lastly, it's your exercise activity thermogenesis. Okay, so this is how much you actually burn from exercise. Now, as you can see, majority of your calories are burned from just living. All right, and that's why trying to exercise your way to lose weight or to just do more cardio is a terrible way to lose weight, or to lose fat more specifically, because that's only 5%. You're going to be much more successful by being in a caloric deficit because of your nutrition, right? And just making sure that your exercise helps build a solid foundation, like building more muscle, all right? Having that functional fitness, etc. All right, so those are the 4 parts. And again, it's really important to really nail this down and not try to exercise your way into losing fat, and instead letting your nutrition take care of that. Now, number 3, I already touched on it a little bit, is that 70% of your calories that you burn in a day really come from doing nothing. And that's because of your BMR. So we really want to be efficient when it comes to fat loss or weight loss, right? Because just taking care of this is going to significantly impact your journey. Not only that, but afterwards, right? Taking care of that by one, losing fat and increasing muscle. Those are two key categories that you can really change. That's going to improve your BMR. And when your BMR increases, your basal metabolic rate, right? That means you can eat more foods and be able to maintain the same weight. And honestly, eating more food is never a negative. So take care of that. Again, be efficient and just focus on one, allowing your nutrition to help you lose weight by being in a caloric deficit, and two, your exercise on being focused on building muscle and having a solid foundation. Now, the last two, number 4 and 5, are going to be very connected. And number 4 is that actually looking at all the data is that your metabolic rate is the highest at around 1 year old, okay? 1 year old, all right? And that is an amazing thing. And I'm going to take you to this graph here, and that goes into number 5, where really from ages 20 to 60, your metabolism doesn't change, all right? Does not. Spelling, blah. All right, let's put the spelling aside. But this graph right here is going to answer not only what's happening inside of your body, but also a lot of the questions that people ask or they believe in, where, okay, my metabolism getting slower because I'm aging, things aren't the way that they used to be, I'm not losing fat the same as I used to, or maybe it's just getting harder, right? And the reality is it's not your metabolism. It's simply because your BMR here is changing. And I'll give you an example. So again here, your metabolic rate is highest at around 1 year old, and then it's going to stabilize from 20 to 60. Okay, it's going to stay the same, right? Now the reason why, now to preface this, yes, as you get older, age is a factor in things. But really what's happening, or why you feel like things are different, is because one, you have excess fat, or the amount of fat you have is much higher than what it used to be when you were younger, and two, you don't have as much muscle, or you've lost a lot of muscle, right? So for example, this is what happens, and why a lot of guys sometimes struggle when it comes to losing weight, or it doesn't kind of come off the way that it used to, is here. So at age 20, let's say your BMR is around 1500, right? And then let's say in your 30s or 40s, it's now become 1200. And the reason why it's lowered is because you've added a lot of fat to your body, and two, you've started to lose a lot of muscle because you're not as active as you used to be, and you're probably not working out consistently, right? So instead of 1500, it becomes 1200. So now, because it's a lower amount, it's easier to add weight to your body, right? You're not as active, but you're probably eating the same. You're having still a bunch of food that's not good for you, etc. And because of the excess fat and the lack of muscle, now the amount of calories that your body burns in a day is less, right? So that's really what's happening inside of your body, and that's really what answers it. It's not that your metabolism has gone slower. It's that you've added a bunch of fat and you've lost a bunch of muscle. So that's really what's happening on the inside, and those are 5 things about your metabolism that you need to know. All right, again, just to recap, no foods really increase your metabolism. That's a myth. There's 4 different parts over here. 70% of the calories you burn in a day is done from just doing nothing, right? Just living. And 4, the highest metabolic rate that you have is around 1 year old, and 2, your metabolism doesn't really change between 20 and 60. It's because you've added too much fat to your body and you've lost muscle. So those are the 5 things. And again, would love to hear what's your biggest takeaway, and if you have any topics that you want me to go through, drop them below in the comments, all right? Share below. With that, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.